as you start off the week, the first thing that we always do is evaluate the game, the good and the bad. There was some good. Obviously, the outcome is not what we want when you play a rivalry. We've watched the film this morning, made some corrections. The most important thing is how we come out on Tuesday and have a wonderful practice and be able to do things that take no talent, and that's our effort and attitude. Got a great opponent coming in here this weekend. Got a lot of respect for the Dayton Flyers and the conference that they're in. They got a rich tradition. We got our hands full this week, but it's going to be about us coming out there tomorrow and having a great start to the week.
So what do you know about Dayton, and how are you going to approach it?
Well, I can tell you that I got the utmost respect from the Pioneer League. If you look at how they fared this past week, Butler beat Murray State. Drake went out to Eastern Washington and won. Dayton has already beaten St. Francis of Pennsylvania, who just beat Kent State. So some of the best players that I've been blessed to coach here at Indiana State came from this conference. Two of them I hired. J.J. Henderson played in this conference at Stetson. Gavin Deneen played in this conference at Drake. We have one of our better players who played at Valparaiso. Got the utmost respect for this conference and the level of play that they have. We got to come out and have a great day tomorrow.
Also, throw everything aside, home opener too. These guys, I mean, you guys, after 2 tough games on the road, it's going to be great to be back at home, and a night game Saturday night too, Coach. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. Exciting to be back at home at Memorial Stadium. Look forward to that. We had an opportunity to play a night game this past weekend, so the schedule's similar. Obviously, we're not at home, but yet the travel was not that far, so we can have somewhat of a similar schedule there. So it'll be exciting to be back at home. We're excited about that and ready to get going, ready to start a new week.
We haven't seen this team play a full game yet.
Yep.
I think, you obviously being the closest, you felt like you were just kind of a drive, maybe even half a quarter away from seeing a full Sycamore game. Are you hopeful that this weekend can be that first one of, hey, let's play a full 4 quarters and give our home crowd exactly what they want to see?
Yeah, there's no question, Marty. When you look at it, playing 4 quarters, wanted to go out, go to West Lafayette and play 4 quarters, go to Charleston and do the same. When you look at this past weekend, it's easy to look at the turnovers, and that's the obvious. Certainly was. As I addressed the team this morning, the ball was placed on the -1 yard line twice. One time with us, one time with them. They drove at 99. We didn't get a first down. That was a big difference in the game. We took there were 4 shots taken in the game, 2 by them, 2 by us. They had 2 interceptions and 2 big plays. Those were big plays. We turned the ball over, went for a touchdown. We forced a turnover that could have gone for a touchdown, got tackled. Maddox got tripped up, but a few plays later we did score. So those are the type of things we got to clean up. The turnovers are the obvious ones, but letting a team out from the -1, we got to be better. When we get on the 1, we've got to get a first down and continue to move the chains.
Fourth quarter effort, I thought, is something that you can't really teach guys either. A lot of teams go down 2 scores with under 4 minutes left. You see them kind of phone it in. You guys score. You have a chance at the onside kick. That had to be a little rewarding to see these guys really did fight to the very end. Against the IU.
Effort, attitude. Don't worry about that. I really don't. Not coaching that. They come out. They continue to play hard. I believe in this team, as I told them after the game. I trust my eyes. I know what I've seen since the time that they returned from the last game of the season a year ago. So I know that they'll come out tomorrow and have a great week.
So what a growth did you see on Saturday that they'll be able to carry into a Saturday night?
Well, I think when you look at it, obviously the ability to move the chains. We did some things there in the past game. We were 30 of 37. I think we were more balanced than we've been. But I'm not one to put out individual attention or awards or what have you. But there was a standard set, and it was set by our quarterback. And that bar was raised. And the effort that he gave and the will to win. You know, I'm not making a joke about this, and the guy is running down the field, and they're pulling on his pants, and that's the last thing he's worried about. It is. The only thing he cared about was scoring a touchdown. That's it. And so that's the type of expectation that you want. That's the challenge. You saw it from the quarterback position. That's what I got out of that game. That's what you got to have.
Going off what Grant said, you know, with it being the home opener, I mean, we've seen ISU athletics and that Terre Haute support come in. You know, home game, the first one, and homecoming are the two you can always count on. You know, see Memorial Stadium be packed, but just how excited are you to kind of see this swell of support now going to football?
Well, it's always great. It's always great to be back at home, you know, and you use that as an advantage. We'll use that certainly as an advantage. We've been on the road the first 2 weeks. I thought our players have handled that extremely well. I thought our travel to West Lafayette, our travel to Charleston was great. There was zero distractions. Guys were where they're supposed to be. Their focus. When we walked around Ross-Ade Stadium or we traveled to Charleston, I thought was phenomenal. And you have that type of focus going into this game. It's great to be back home.
Matt seems to be finding himself these on the first couple of games. What have you seen from him so far?
Well, I see a young man that's always around the football. You know, I do see that. He has you know, as a coach, you like to say you coach that, but you know, there's some instincts there that I've seen this young man play with since he was young. You know, he's got a knack for the football. He's got great ball skills. He always seems to be around the ball, whether it's in the air or on the ground. And you know, that's something that is a gift. And he's a great player. He works extremely hard, but you know, his knack to be around the football a lot helps him make a lot of plays.
What do you expect to see from him Saturday night?
So the same thing that I've seen the last 2 weeks, the same thing I've seen from him each and every game, Derek. You know, I think he's a guy that just gets better and better. You know, and I know the question that you had before is, you know, we're going into third game, you know, and I see this team making improvement from week to week, and he's no different than anyone else on this team.
Thank you.
You bet.